Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's in time for another Crypto Monday here on the glorious Steem blockchain. Of course, on Facebook, because we love Facebook. Hearts to big Zuck. We love Zuck. I'm John. That's Blaine. Hope you guys had a great weekend, a grand weekend. Yes, Zoltan, and unicorns. Yes, the unicorns are here, and they get likes on Facebook. Anywho, hi Art, what's going on? Go Seahawks. Okay, so before we dive into it, I got a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to discuss, but did you guys see the news coming out of China yesterday? Hi Raj, what's up? The news out of China yesterday, which sent Bitcoin on this massive freaking spike over 10K on like Saturday night or something. So, the Chinese government basically said that we all need to be involved in some kind of cryptocurrency or blockchain. Now, let's take this with a grain of salt, okay? First of all, it's China, and God bless them, but they're not going to be using any altcoins or even Bitcoin for that. They've already come out today and said that they're creating their own DCEP or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's the Chinese government crypto. So whatever, and they were taking shots at Facebook and Libra and all that stuff. Whatever. But the fact of the matter is that the biggest government on planet Earth basically said everybody should get into this stuff. So of course, as the markets do, there's no rational thinking when it comes to crypto trading. It's all like, oh look, the Chinese government said something good about Bitcoin or crypto, let's go. And everybody ran, and it's I think it was like 33% in like a day. Bitcoin like skyrocketed. Just massive gains. So yes, Jen, that is why your Coinbase account went up over the past 48 hours, because the great red dragon that is the Chinese government basically said we should all be involved in some kind of cryptocurrency or blockchain technology going forward. So whatever. Whatever. I mean, I'm whatever when it comes to, any government saying yay or nay to crypto. But the point is that, yeah, exactly, Zoltan. Yeah, it was 7.5K to almost 11K. It was crazy. This just tells me that governments are waking up to this, right? And I mean, they're obviously, this is the misconception is that we live in this decentralized world and everything is going to be anti-government and the powers that be are going to fall. Listen, powers that be know what's going on. The powers that be are going to be involved in things that are going to that are going to be a big thing down the road. So I'm just recommending everybody to take if that wasn't a sign that we really need to get into cryptocurrency and blockchain and stuff like that, of course it's when me and Blaine get on camera and tell you guys that this is something we should look at, because that will definitely spike the prices. But hey, if you don't believe us, go listen to President Z or whatever his name is, the guy in China, the guy who runs people. Anywho, how you doing, Blaine? How was your weekend, man?
I am good. It was long and arduous is the word that I'm going to go with.
Good Scrabble word, dude. That's a good word.
Good Scrabble word indeed.
It is a good Scrabble word.
So working on crypto. It's kind of like crypto related, but it's not at the same time. And I was telling you about it earlier, and it's the migration from cPanel to Interworks. And if you don't know what that is, it's the thing that makes all our websites go blah blah blah.
So. This was the conversation. We are Mr. and Mr. Transparent here, right? This is literally the conversation I had with Blaine today, right? Hey Blaine, how's it going today? And then he writes, I got sidetracked by the Interworks migration from cPanel, and I went Chinese LOL. So there you go. I had no idea what. And then then it's like a whole bunch of text that he's explaining it to me, and I'm just like, okay, cool. So basically, this is a good thing. And in a nutshell, yeah. So in a nutshell, Blaine's busy working on back end stuff, And have no fear, guys. I was bugging them about the IPN today too, so don't worry. That's close too, so don't worry. But we have to make sure everything on the back end is good to go, because without proper technology supporting this stuff, it fizzles. She fizzles, boys. She fizzles.
Yeah, the IPN and everything is super important, and I'm building it. But what's more important is the framework in which everything is built on.
Nugget.
That has to be functional.
Isn't it amazing? Is it? Yeah, exactly, Zoltan. When IPN, when moon, Zoltan. This is what happens when you have proactive ownership that is making sure things, you don't need to band-aid stuff. It fixes forever and ever and ever. It's a good thing. So exactly.
Yeah, if you weren't tracking, basically cPanel created a new pricing model, and they're going to charge, it's like $20 or $25 per account now, whereas I was paying like $20 for the entire server. We have a lot of accounts, so 20 times a lot is a whole bunch of money that I'm not willing to spend. So we're going to switch everything over to Interworks, and that's going to be the new cPanel. I just have to figure out how it works. So, yeah.
That's why I just get on camera and dance, and he does all the important stuff. That's it. I'm here to sell the records. It's not working, is it? Yeah. Okay. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was again, like you guys know, we created this whole, and I was talking to my wife about this today, and I was like, man, the amount of stuff that we've got going on in CTP is amazing. Like there's training for affiliates, there's training for people that are brand new, people that are brand new to crypto, to blockchain, to affiliate marketing, to list building, to personal branding, to content creation. Like it's a massive amount of stuff that we present to people. Now, the whole concept of CTP is to make sure people go at their own pace, because we don't want to flood them with too much at once where they're just like, holy crap, this is too complicated, I want to give up. But it's important that we have all that information in place. And one of the big parts of that, as you guys know, and something why this Monday night session even exists, is because me and Blaine said content creation is a big part of this journey. No longer, and this might hurt some people's feelings that I'm not intending it to, but you can't just throw traffic at a problem and think that that's going to be the solution for it. You need to generate traffic in a like a content creation way now to pull people. It's no longer push and hammer people with ads. You've got to pull people to you. And one of the best ways to do that is through social media, but more importantly, content creation in the form of blogging. That's why CTP Talk exists. So we've set up this amazing, opportunity for people to create content. You know what? They might not be getting 10, 20, 30, 40 bucks per blog post, but they are getting some validation, right? Like when Blaine upvotes you guys, you get a nice little chunk of CTP. When I upvote you guys, you get a nice little chunk of CTP. When Mick upvotes you, when Jen upvotes you, when Aliana or Zoltan, when these guys and gals upvote you, you're getting a little chunk of CTP. So it validates what you're doing. This is really important on the content creation kind of way of doing things, in my opinion. Maybe we're just totally out to lunch, which could very well be. But at the end of the day, if I'm putting work into something, I kind of want to get a high five every now and again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to have $1 million in my pocket to say, hey, you're doing a good job. Every now and again, I just need a high five. And I think that's what people want. When they get behind the keyboard and they start banging out some blog posts or they're doing a video, kind of what we talked about yesterday, Scott. If you're doing something, you want to kind of feel, like you're doing something that matters, right? And this is why content creation is so important and why we think CTP Talk is a perfect model for it. So hopefully you guys, I'm crossing my fingers, read my blog this week. And it's kind of the thing I wanted to discuss was my little helpful blog post. I say, and we can go through each point here and really bore Blaine to death with content creation propaganda. But the blog post I did about the Content Creators Survival Kit. I did this on Saturday evening, and it was 5 quick little tips to help you guys, and hopefully we can go over each of them right now, that will help you grow in your content creation experience. And yeah, Scott said it before I even got into it. So we'll go through each of these points in the post, and hopefully give you guys enough ammunition so that where you feel comfortable creating on CTP Talk, because you are getting rewarded for your action. This is huge. This is what the whole point of CTP Talk is, and bringing everything together with CTP and the blockchain and it's getting that little bit of validation that, you know what, you're doing a good job, and you know what you're doing is good. So hopefully that we'll bang through that pretty quickly, and then maybe we'll do a spur of the moment gauntlet game. I don't know if you guys are up for that, but we could do a spur of the moment gauntlet game here in about 15-20 minutes if you guys are interested in that as well. I won't record that for all you guys watching the recording on this, because the last thing you want to hear is me and Blaine going, "This thing sucks," for 15 minutes. So just joking. So let's dive into the post. I'll bring it up here so you guys can see it. Of course, I had it all ready to go, and then my browser crashed before I set up the chat. But anywho, here is the post right here. It is in chat there, so you can follow along. I don't have a printout today for it. I've been doing the printout thing last week, right? That's what I was doing last week. I was giving you guys printouts for the webinars. We'll have printouts this week though, but just not today. So the first tool that I recommend you guys use is obviously Canva. I mean, Scott set it up there, and Jen was talking about it as well. Why are we using Canva? Okay, so first of all, it's a no-brainer that Canva's like this amazing. Hey, Mark, welcome. It was actually Google Chrome that crashed, Scott. So there you go. It wasn't an Apple product that crashed. So why do we love Canva? Canva is, first of all, it's this easy and free tool that allows you to create images at will, right? You can create any social media image you want. There's tons of clip art. Amazing. It makes you a Picasso with very limited skills in web design. Raising hands because I'm an idiot. Now, here's the big reason why you want to use Canva. Because if you are just writing a blog post and it's 5 or 6 paragraphs of text, that's boring and it kills unicorns. You want to break up your text. It's really, really important. So sticking images inside of your posts helps pull eyeballs to your content. It will make it fun, let's say. There's nothing more boring, I'm using quote little bunny ears here, than blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks of text. Sticking images inside of the text helps. It helps pull people towards it. So that's why, not only do I use the Canva program to create the headers for my blog headers and blog posts, whatever, but I also use it to stick images inside of the post as well, and at the bottom. So that's what I would recommend. Blaine, you think that's crazy talk, or am I just drinking too much coffee?
No, I agree with you, but I think there might be an issue with your microphone, but it might be just me. I don't know. So I don't think it's your microphone, but like it phases out for a second every once in a while and then comes back in.
Really?
So you'll be talking and then you'll come back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but
is that everybody else? Is anybody else having that?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be just me, but I don't know.
I don't know. You guys?
No, I completely agree. I was reading your blog post while you were talking.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Just made a comment.
And you made a comment too. Yeah. Is it really? Do you guys hear me okay? Is it okay, or is it phasing in and out, or can we just if it's just Blaine, I'm gonna blame the PC and not the Mac.
I think you're good now, though.
You can hear me fine. So it's the PC. It's the multiple PCs you've got running.
It just happened.
See?
It's the PC.
Dude, everybody says it's Mac perfection. What happened? Oh, okay. Rage quit. Hold on. He's gone and he's coming back, I think. Please hold. Let's see. It is always a PC's fault. Let's see. He's back. Did that work?
I don't know. We'll find out. I just rejoined. So.
All right. Okay. It is, Jen. It is. Well, Mick, you got to remember this, right? I mean, this is the thing is this is the, like, when you're writing like content, like it's, and this I'm not saying that your audience need, but you really got to keep it simple, especially like content pieces. Like, yeah, it's different between someone like me who's writing it and some like incredibly gifted scientifical genius who's writing a dissertation or something, right? I mean, that's going to be crazy, and that's, but for content that like what we're doing, the simpler it is to read with pictures, the more it will get read. And that's just because people are just they're visual, like we're visual creatures, right? I mean, that's why a lot of your websites are really, really attractive, because you put emphasis on the look of it. I mean, real-time ads, that is some fancy dancy. I love the way that looks, the feel, the cartooniness of it. That sticks, that pops out, because again, it's the visuals. So when I'm writing, I'm not trying, first of all, I'm not trying to write a Pulitzer Prize winning thing, right? I mean, I'm trying to read something that kicks people in the butt, kind of what me and Jen were talking about just before we started up the seminar here. Just something that kicks people in the butt, gets them thinking, gets them talking. That's it, right? I'm not trying to change their opinions on things and stuff like that. I'm just creating content that's absorbed, right? So, anywho, so yeah, thank you for the comment on the blog post, Blair. Blair. I said Blair. Blaine. My friend just liked my thing on Instagram, and his name's Blair. So that's what. Sorry, it's one letter difference, man. Like N and R, man. Seriously. Okay. The second tool that I recommended people use was Steem Press. Now, this is why, because a lot of you guys and gals probably have your own blog already. A lot of people might not be into CTP Talk yet. They might have their own blog on their own hosting service, but they want to kind of kill two birds with one stone. Well, with Steem Press, you can actually kill 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds with one stone. How it works is this. It's a plugin that goes on your WordPress blog. Hi, Sheila. Welcome. It downloads. It's a plugin. Downloads to the back end of your WordPress blog. You put in your posting key and all this stuff on in the back end for Steem, and then all you're doing is when you're posting on your WordPress blog, it goes directly to the Steem blockchain. Now, as you guys know, the Steem blockchain has multiple tribes that you can put your keywords in. CTP, one of the tags. You can put Steem Leo, you can put PalNet, you can put all these different tribes, Creative Coin, you name it. So you can actually get paid on multiple cryptos just by posting with Steem Press. But here's the big reason. This is the biggest reason I mention this, because exactly how your blog post looks on WordPress is how it will show up on the blockchain. This is massive. This is editing wizardry. This is sorcery of the utmost degree. This is great. It's wonderful, because before, there was actually apps before that allowed you to do this, and it looked like a hippopotamus actually typed your blog post when you would try to bring it over to Steem. Like, the paragraphs would be everywhere. It would look disgusting. So this is the big reason why I recommend Steem Press, is because what you type, what you see is what you get. This is huge. Ease of use. Remember, we want more people using this stuff, and if like tapping into the WordPress market is huge for Steem Press and the Steem blockchain as a whole, which includes CTP Talk. So the second tool I recommend was Steem Press. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and here's the kicker: the more you use it, the more you might get upvoted by them. They have a whole bunch of Steem power that they delegate and send out and upvote people in their community that use their app. So why not? Free money. I like free money. How about you, Blair? I mean, Blaine.
Sorry. Of course, who doesn't like free money? I mean, at the end of the day. But really, like, you should, everybody. So the thing about, and I'm going to touch on like affiliate marketing and trying to make money online, is you want to pursue as many avenues as you can for as little effort as possible. So if I post on my blog, I want it to automatically post to Steem or CTP Talk or wherever. So we use Steem Press for that. We do the same thing with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, auto post to all these things. So one button goes to 17 different places.
Right.
And SteamPress is absolutely the number one thing to use to send everything to that Steem blockchain and get you earning on it for making that blog post. So in literally on these Crypto Monday shows specifically, I go into CTP Talk and I find people and I just spam upvote them.
That's when spam is welcomed, right?
Yeah.
When you're spam upvoting. It's repurposing, right? I mean, that's one of the terms you'll hear thrown around a lot in content marketing is repurposing. Like Blaine said, do it once and then spread it out to multiple avenues. And that's a beautiful thing because think about it. This is like, me and Scott I'm going to show people exactly how this can work. So Scott and I and a few others, we take part in this thing every Sunday night, the Sports Nerd Show. Now, Scott will not only stream it live, so it's live streamed to the blockchain, but he also records it. I also record it too. So when we've already got the live stream out there, right? Now, once he stops the recording and stops the stream, I get a download, he gets a download. A little bit later, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes after the show, he'll upload it. Now he's got a video. He's got video content, but he's also got the live stream. Well, what do I do with that content? If you guys see what I do on Sunday nights, I upload the audio part of it, and it's a podcast. So from one stream, we've got a live stream, we've got a video recording, and we have a podcast. What did we do? We did it once. This is repurposing. This is the power of it. You just do one, you do something once, and then you spread it out using all these tools. SteamPress allows you to do this. This is a really awesome tool. I highly recommend it. And if you use it enough times, you will actually get upvoted by the bot that they have there that upvotes the content that is produced using the app. So, first thing, Canva. Second thing, SteamPress. Third thing, this is personal. I'm going to try to swing the mic so I don't destroy it, but a well-populated bookshelf. This is not for everybody. I mean, I know a lot. Yes, exactly. A well-populated mandolin. It's not for everybody, and I know not everybody is going to be a vivacious. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that a Scrabble word? Vivacious reader, like I am. And it's the important thing is that you're always filling your mind with things that will generate ideas for content. You don't have to write content every day like I am. I'm psychotic, okay? But I've also been doing it since 2003. So for me, it's like secondhand. Right? I can do this stuff without even thinking. I'm doing a live stream right now. It'll be posted to the blockchain later. I have content for YouTube. I mean, again, it's just me just being in the habit of doing this for over a decade. But you want to get into the habit of creating. If you are not filling your mind with creative ideas, you'll be a complete blank slate, like my whiteboard, and not even know what to write about. Thankfully, I don't just have my whiteboard. I have 3 pads of paper. I have a journal. I also have my phone with Evernote where I take pictures of quotes and stuff that I want to remember. I transfer them to my notepad into my journal. But I'm constantly filling my mind with good ideas to write about. This is huge. So I highly recommend that you guys get into the habit of filling your mind with good stuff, whether it be books, TED Talks, YouTube videos, Blaine Jones playing the mandolin, whatever floats your boat. Me playing Call of Duty later tonight at around 10:30 Eastern on Mixer.com.
Can you play the new one?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, Jen. It doesn't really matter as long as you're filling your mind with stuff, right? I mean, that's the big nugget at the end of the day for this. It's not, oh, you have to go to the bookstore and read like John. No, not at all. Like whatever you do, that's filling your mind with good stuff. That's how you get ideas to write. So someone like Scott, I would recommend, this is what I would do. Scott's niche is sports. So what I would do is I would read all of the popular blogs. I would watch all the interviews with the top, sports commentators. I would watch the highlights. I would fill my mind with the stuff that's in the niche that I'm specific to. And then it would give me a ton of content to write about, to create content about. I mean, again, with sports, there's a million and one things you can write about. So Scott's got it kind of easy when it comes to what to write about. But, Jen and her niche, I mean, there's tons of books on what she's into and interested to. There's talks about it. For Blaine, if Blaine wanted to get into hardcore content creation, he could go read about Interworks and cPanel stuff. Whatever floats his boat. Whatever.
See, I do content creation, but I don't do it in the methodology that we speak about here, because the way I do it is it's a whole nother level of content creation. I make everything that we build work. That's the content creation that I do.
That's the most important content creation, right?
And I don't get paid CTP tokens for it either.
I think I'm trolling you. I think this is what I'm doing. I think I'm trolling you a little bit.
I think that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
what I think I'm going to resolve to do is just start recording all of the programming that I do, and I'm just going to post that.
Hell yeah. Why not? It's open source. Or no?
Not really. But okay.
Yeah. So we got Canva for putting some graphics to stuff, putting a little bit of spice, your own flavor. You got Steem Press for repurposing and kind of killing 2 or 3 or 4 birds with one stone. And you've got a populated bookshelf or some way to just fill your mind with good ideas to create with. Obviously, the big thing, the next one is a journal or a notepad. Now, I'm insane. I have an entire shelf. You guys can see right there. That's, 2.5 because there's one over there, but that's entire filled journals. So what I do, this is my method. If I'm reading, I'll take a picture of whatever I'm reading. I got Evernote rocking. It goes there, but then every day I'll transfer the notes from there on my computer. I'll put it into my journal. So I've always got my journal handy or a notepad just to jot down ideas. This is why. Because as smart as you think you are, and I mentioned this, hi, Scott, welcome. As smart as you might think you are, you're not going to remember that brilliant idea at 2:30 while you're standing in line paying for your groceries. You won't remember it. So write it down. Take a picture. There's a line from a movie in the 90s that I was about to drop, but it's an F-bomb, so we won't. So write it down, take a picture, and you will have that you will be able to remember down the road, because you're not going to remember it. You won't. As smart as we think we are, we'll have all these ideas, then we'll say, oh yeah, as soon as I get home, I'll write it down. Have your phone with you, text it to you, take a picture of an idea you got, just make sure you've got some kind of way to journal or note take. Really, really important, because then you'll come with ideas for content creation from those ideas at 2:30 in the afternoon when you're at Kroger's. We don't have Kroger's in Canada. I just thought that'd be cool to throw it out there. No? And then
Kroger.
It's not plural?
No.
Oh. How about Walgreens?
Walgreens is plural.
I'm winning at life.
Weird.
Or Walmart. Everybody's got Walmart.
Going down to the Walmart.
Going down to the Wally World. Can't wait. Exciting. And finally, obviously, this is a Steem-based cryptocurrency that we're talking about. You're going to need Steem power. And again, this really pains people when you tell them, hey, you've got to invest in yourself. Yeah, if you expect to get curation rewards, now CTP is a different beast. I mean, what CTP is trading for under a penny right now. I mean, you can go for like $10 and get like I don't even know, 1,000 or more CTP tokens, like less. It's peanuts. So if you want to become a whale on CTP, $100 gets you whale status overnight, right? Now, Steem, as cheap as Steem is, even though it's gone up to 15 cents because of China's awesome rah-rah lately, but Steem's a little different beast. Becoming a whale on Steem is a challenge because you need over 500,000 Steem power. That's a lot of money. So I'm not expecting people to go all in on Steem, but you should be at least getting into the habit of powering up. So whether it's CTP power, whether it's Steem power, whatever token you want to power up, because the way the blockchain works, the more you have staked, the more you earn from creation, but also the more you can give out in rewards. So this is a really good habit because the more that you're giving out, the more you receive. And especially with the way the Steem blockchain, since the last hard fork is set up, it's set up for the giving outness of it. The more you give out, the more you're going to get back, which is, it's this utopian crazy society that we live in, but it is CTP Talk /Steem. That's what we live in. What's the thing that you kept saying last week, Blaine, or 2 weeks ago? The more you do something,
you earn, the more you earn.
The more you earn, the more you earn. And it's really weird. And when you get it, when you totally understand that premise and why we said we're going in on Steem to build CTP on, when you get that, when you totally get it, you'll understand why we're saying power up. Because the more you power up, CTP, Steem, whatever, the more you're giving out, but the more you're giving out is actually the more you're bringing back in every 7 days. So I'm not saying go and drop 10 grand, okay? But literally $10 to $100 on your staked power. It's, if you want to create on this blockchain, you're going to want to put staked tokens to work for you. And it's not going to get done nickel and diming. You kind of want to give it that initial push. I'm not saying thousands of dollars, literally, or dollar cost average like I did. I mean, I went from absolutely nothing to 25,000 Steem power in less than 2 years just by dollar cost averaging. That's it. And it can happen. So I highly recommend that. So those are the 5 pieces of advice, let's say, I would recommend for you guys for content creation on Steem /CTP. You want to get into Canva. You want to get into SteamPress. You want to start reading or soaking up good information. You want to get a really good notebook or journal to remember these ideas, to put them into practice. And finally, you want to invest in yourself. You want to earn more so you can earn more. So there you go. Hopefully you guys got some value from this little chit chat that we've had. It's up to you. Do you guys want to do a little quick session or nay or yay, or what do you think?
A sesh.
You want a sesh? You guys want a sesh?
Gotta wait for the delay.
I know, I gotta wait for the delay. So it's now this awkward silence and a happy face from Jen. And hearts from someone. Someone's given us hearts, so that's good. Well, let me do this. Let me shut down the recording because, again, I don't want to bore people to death. So I'm going to shut down the recording of this. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. Please come to the live event, because the live event, we're going to do a gauntlet game right now. There's going to be giveaways, and there's going to be all sorts of cool things that you're missing out because you're not coming to the live event.